Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Well, what do we have here? Remember those 7 Democrats who broke rank to vote for the DHS ICE spending bill? Yeah, they voted to give ICE more money. Well, they have decided to flip again. Yeah, fam, they're apologizing for their bad behavior. What happened? Well, there's a little word called constituents, and their constituents, the people who voted for them, were not happy at all with those decisions because they say, hey, man, we put you in office to vote in our best interest, and this is not in our best interest. We don't appreciate you trying to handle us like that, and we are going to make you pay come the midterms and beyond. Yeah, so they fell back, fam, and they apologized. But guess what? I'm going to still put them on blast. But first, let's get into this headline story, courtesy of CBS News. Democrats will not provide votes to advance DHS funding bill in wake of Minneapolis shooting, Schumer said. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer said Saturday that Democrats will not put up the necessary votes to advance a bill to fund the Department of Homeland Security in the wake of immigration agents shooting and killing a man in Minneapolis on Saturday. What's happening in Minnesota is appalling and unacceptable in any American city. Democrats sought common sense reforms in the Department of Homeland Security spending bill. But because of the Republicans' refusal to stand up to President Donald Trump, the DHS bill is woefully inadequate to rein in the abuses of ICE, Schumer said in a statement. I will vote no. Senate Democrats will not provide the votes to proceed the appropriations bill if DHS funding bill is included. The House on Thursday passed a funding package along with a separate measure to fund DHS, sending the bills to the Senate for approval, along with 2 other funding measures that passed the House last week. In the Senate, the DHS funding measure was expected to be packaged with the other legislation that funds key federal departments in hopes the Senate passes the measures together before January 30th. Deadline to fund the government. To advance the legislation, Republicans will likely need 8 Democrats to vote for the legislation, since Rand Paul has generally voted against appropriation bills. If the funding package does not pass the Senate, there will be another partial government shutdown. Y'all ready for that? Y'all ready for another government shutdown? Trump is going to try to leverage his executive power. He's going to try to hold those SNAP benefits again. This is also the Democrats' fault because they could have gotten what they wanted a few months ago, but they didn't have the balls to stand up and fight. This is why I think, fam, that some of these people, if not all of them, on the exact same team. It's like it's all just a game and we're all just pawns being, moved around. Because some of this stuff, it don't even make sense. I mean, they were right there. They were held out all that time. And then in the 11th hour, they caved. Trump was about to cave, actually, but they caved. This is why the Democrats have so much trouble with people riding with them and sticking with them. They don't know how to stick together. Yeah. But in any event, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. The 7 Democrat representatives who voted yes to approve ICE fundings were Tom Suozzi, New York; Henry Cuellar, Texas; Don Davis, North Carolina; Laura Gillen, New York; Jared Golden, Maine; Vincent Gonzalez, Texas. Marie Perez, Washington. Come on down. You're the next contestants in I Ain't Gonna Have a Job in a Minute. Fam, the fact that they voted to fund that bill in the first place should be enough for them not to be given another chance at representing you. Because that proves that you cannot trust them. Yeah, it proves you can't trust them. If you are in a party, you got to go with the party. Whatever the majority say, look, this is what we're doing, you got to rock with it. Because you're not going to get everything that you want. Anytime you're in look at your own family. Sometimes you have to make a decision. Sometimes members in the family want different things. But let's say you're going on a vacation and one person wants to go to Costa Rica, another person wants to travel to Paris. Well, the family say, look, man, we're going to have to pick one or the other. We're not going to be able to do both. So you have to make a decision. If you are in this family and you want to participate, you're a team player, then you go with the majority, whether you like it or not. Sometimes things are going to go your way. Sometimes things are going to go the way of other members in your group. These people cannot be trusted. I wouldn't vote for them. I wouldn't rock with them. I wouldn't trust them because certain things are supposed to be automatic. When it comes to Donald Trump, everything he does, if you are in opposition to him, you should vote opposite automatically, just like they did when it came to Barack Obama. If Barack Obama said up, they said down. I'm talking about the Republicans and Trump. Trump, say fam, Trump disagreed with every single thing Barack Obama did when he was in office. If Barack said up, he said down. If he said cold, he said hot. If Barack said go, he said stay. If Barack said, I'm for climate weather, Trump said, well, I'm against it. If Barack said spin, he said save. If Barack said save, Trump said spin. This is their default. If we don't like you, we are going to oppose you at every turn. You're either on our team or you're on the other team. If you're on the other team, we're going to be at 1,000% against you. And that's the energy that the Republicans have. And this is why they oftentimes get what they want. Now, I know some of y'all Republicans out here listening to me right now saying to yourself, see, Willie, that's what's wrong, man. We need to vote in the best interest of the country. You know, if the Republicans got a good idea, that ain't what y'all do. That is not what y'all do. And y'all didn't say that when Trump was going against Barack at every turn. Okay, he did some effed up stuff. He did do a lot of effed up stuff, but he did some good stuff too. But they also voted for that. They voted against that. They, on default, they voted against it. Before the Obama administration could announce an initiative, as soon as they were, and the president made no, out, strike, no, out. We don't want no part of it. And so it seemed like, even though the Democrats were in charge, it seemed like the Republicans had all the power. I'm just saying what it seemed like, you know. That's all I'm saying. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.